Veteran Project. For vets, by vets.
We are not responsible for any trauma, PTSD, tinnitus, or flashbacks during this podcast.
Hoorah!
What's going on, everybody? I am Jeff, your host. Out back behind there in the camo net, we got Jay.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back
What up,
here.
Jay?
There I am. What up, what up?
There he is. And then, sitting across from me this morning, we got our next guest for episode 3, part 1. Sorry, I had to take a moment there. But before we get to our guest, I want to give my quick shout out to Pins. The Veteran Project is sponsored by Pins. Thank you so much to Pins for giving our veterans a complimentary gift certificate to Pins in Kingston and Milford, Massachusetts. Also, be sure to check out Pins in Milford with their newly renovated recreation room with 3 bays of champion axe throwing and 4 new bays for darts with a self-scoring system. For more information, visit pins.com. That is PINZ.com. I love that ad.
Yes.
You know, that is like a like a good,
Wholesome.
yeah, it gets the point across. Pins, thank you so much. Without you guys, we would not be able to give our veterans, you get a free gift certificate after
nice.
this
Very
to
nice.
Pins. So, but let's get this started.
Let's get this started.
And the way I always start the podcast off are, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck am I? Well, road name wise, I'm 2 cows, but I'm kind of getting down to like 1 3/4 cows thanks to Wegovy. Finally on that.
Well,
it's
what?
working. Wegovy, the little
Oh, the shot.
the shot. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, took me like a year and a half ago to see my cardiologist in the VA, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll get you this." So it's working. I'll be in nice shape for the wedding coming up in October. Real name, birth name, whatever you want to call it, is my name is Mark Bologna.
Bologna.
Bologna, yes. I'm Sicilian Italian.
I've been
I'm
calling-
not, I'm not German. Don't I don't eat bologna. That stuff's gross.
Listen, that's what I've
Okay.
been calling you is bologna.
I'm sure you have.
That's what it's spelled,
It's spelled, but pronunciation matters.
Ah, very well. Okay, you got me. So 2 cows.
2 cows, yes.
1 3/4 cow. Bologna.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's been a long time.
Welcome to the Veteran Project. And so we got ourselves another jarhead on. Dude, we are multiplying now.
Plus, hey, it's also, you know what? This is fitting. You know why? It's now November.
It is.
We got freaking nine more days.
We got a lot of shit going on.
Nine
this
more
month.
days until we're like 260, whatever, something. What is it?
Fuck if I know. We're old as shit.
We're an M240 Golf plus like another, 2 or 3 or 4 or something, whatever.
And now, what's funny is, Jay's like, all right, here's my schedule. I cannot do November 10th.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh,
Yes.
you lucky fuck. So he just doesn't want to hear it. He's like, oh, fucking Marines.
Listen, I deal with you guys enough. And,
See, there it is. There it is. Oh, you guys know.
So Bologna.
Yes, sir.
Where did you serve?
So I had 1 combat deployment to Fallujah in 2006 and 1 activation to the lovely country of Okinawa, Japan in 2003.
Okay.
It's a good time. Skate 2 Street, Kadena Air Force Base.
How old are you?
I'm 44, bro.
Holy
so I
fuck.
yes. So
Really?
I joined. Here's my story. I joined. I signed up in May of 2001.
Okay.
Obviously, not knowing September 11th was ever going to happen because I'm like, I'm not going well. I need a change in life. Yada yada yada. 21st birthday, instead of doing what the typical people do, I'm like, no, I'm down in Paris Island for my 21st birthday, and it just so happened that like every other birthday until I got out, I was deployed somewhere.
Yeah.
And then, like in Fallujah in 06, I turned 26 in Fallujah. I woke up in the morning and I'm like, I need breakfast.
Yeah.
Walked out of a little hut, and I'm like, what do you get? What do you eat here? Because we had just landed in, I forget where it was. It was wherever that main processing base is. But I get out, I go down the road, I take a left, and what's everywhere in the military overseas? There's the big Burger King sign, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm having Burger King for breakfast. So I had a Whopper for my 26th. I'm like, this is gotta love the military. Can't go anywhere without McDonald's or Burger King or
wherever Americans go.
Baskin Robbins.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Robin Hood?
Oh, Red Robin.
No, it was right. It was a sub place. Maybe, it wasn't Red. I think it was Robin. Maybe it was Red Robin. But it was a sub place. I thought it was like Robin Hood or something. But
yeah,
I wish we had Red Robin in Afghanistan. Imagine that.
There was Red Robin in Afghanistan.
Was there?
$40 burgers. Yeah, that's Bagram, dude.
I mean, TGIF was nice. I thought it was spoiled with TGIF. But,
was it TGIF? Fuck, I don't know.
Yes. No, we had Baskin Robbins. Okay. So you're like, okay. Having a cup of mint chocolate chip ice cream in Fallujah.
Yeah. Bringing it in combat zone.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it reminds me of home.
It reminds me of
home.
home.
Oh, shit, you
yeah.
shot at. So, damn, I didn't realize you were that old. Man.
I know. I wear it well, but yeah.
You're over the hill.
I know. I'm over
I think it's because you get a baby face.
All right, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm giving you a compliment, so you should be blushing. Oh, you are blushing.
Yeah.
So, with the now, what unit were you with in the Marines?
I was with 1st Battalion, 25th Marines.
Okay.
And we were. It's a little not strange, but we're broke up between Topsom, Maine, and then Devons.
Yeah.
So Devons is where 125 is headquartered. They have half a detachment of an infantry unit there, and then Maine is the other half of the infantry detachment because
really
Bravo Company is New Hampshire. I don't think there's anything in Vermont anymore because it used to be like Toes or something. Mm-hmm. I think there's something in Connecticut or Rhode Island, but we're New England's own. Yeah, but it's really not all of New England. It's like 4 out of the 6 New England states.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we I know, I mean, 100 years later when I was in Afghanistan, we had 125 of us out in Afghanistan.
Oh, so in 2012?
2011 into 2012.
Okay, so if I had kept my baby face, my baby weight, and I'd re-enlisted, I would have probably run into you.
Yeah.
Because that would have been the last deployment because I would have done the 6-year re-enlistment, and I would have gone to Iraq again, and then Fallujah, Afghanistan, in 2012. So I would have I could have bumped into a young Johnny Cash.
Yeah, dude. We hated 125. Active versus reservist sort of thing. And
sorry, we're not worthy enough to keep you guys from not going over to a combat zone every 6 months.
What was funny about the reservists, and we actually got into a huge brawl.
I'm not surprised.
With the reserve. So we had an MWR.
Okay.
And we had just got in from a late convoy or whatever. Got in at like 2 a.m.
Okay. I know where this is going.
All 20 fucking computers and 5 phones.
They're all tied up.
We're all tied up.
They're all tied up. Yep.
I was like, you gotta be fucking shitting me, dude. I just did a fucking 14-hour convoy.
Get out of here.
And so then, time limits start ending.
Yes.
And these guys just aren't
budging.
And they're on video chat with the family.
Yeah.
And one of my buddies finally just got so sick of it. Pulls a cord on one of the computers.
Cool.
Get the fuck off. It's our turn now.
Yeah.
We're on the list.
Yeah.
And then it just push comes to shove, and
How dare you keep us from our weekly talk time with with the family?
Yeah, exactly. And you friggin' goddamn reservists are just and they're hogging it all up. It's like, man, fuck these active duty guys. It's like, bro, Come on, easy.
Because that was our taste of active duty. We're like, oh, all right,
Yeah, friggin' y'all needed a good smack. So, but no, so because they stood post on the base we were on.
Okay.
And then when they left, that's when we started to bring in a platoon to.
Yeah, the whole right hand, left hand.
Yeah, slowly rip with
Yeah.
125. But that was a fob marja.
Yeah, we did a lot of fob stuff.
Fob it.
In Fallujah in 06, we had all the fobs and ECPs, and we would go out, on missions at nighttime. And I think if I have my memory right, the next time we went to Iraq and even Afghanistan, it was a lot less.
Yeah.
Like we started, we lost a lot of guys in Fallujah. I think we lost 11.
Yeah. You guys got smoked.
We got smoked hard in Fallujah, and it was less and less. I don't even think we lost anybody in Afghanistan, if I remember.
In that year?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we were out there to close in Marja was to close all the bases.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because we were pulling out of Marja.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, like demilling bases, and that was it was fucked up because we pushed in there, cleared it, sat in 360s, waited for bulldozers to fucking come in and put sand piles up, and then fill HESCO barriers, and boom, hey, we got a patrol base now. And then we had to break all of that stuff back down. It was fucking
HESCO barriers.
Oh yeah. You can make a mean smoke pit out of a friggin'
Oh
HESCO
yeah.
barrier. So.
Stuff's better than concrete, but it's like, oh my god, I don't think I ever want to see a sandbag in my life again.
I had to order sandbags.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. So back when it was raining, I was actually a little nervous because there was that one storm that was coming up from Florida, and it was the one that dumped like 20 something inches of rain in Paris Island.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. I was like, I think I have to get sandbags so my garage doesn't get flooded out. Luckily, I didn't have to fill any sandbags. But it's like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I am legit.
It's PTSD.
Yeah, I'm mentally fucked.
Yes.
From sandbags.
Yes.
Because if you want to see Marines go off on each other, fucking fill sandbags.
And I got that one guy. I was like, no, it's not stacked right. Shut up. You don't have a stack of sandbag right. Just put it down and put the other one on top of it.
Dude, we would just chuck the sandbag. And when somebody said that, like, oh, we may have to fix that. It's like, whoosh, that is 30 layers down.
Yes.
You want us to pull this whole wall down to fix that?
Yeah.
And then you just chuck a sandbag.
Chuck a sandbag.
So with now when you were out in Iraq, were you going? So you said you were doing some base stuff, but did you guys go out on, any patrols?
Yes. So we probably patrolled every night to every other night.
Okay.
We did Fallujah. We were active in Fallujah.
Mm-hmm.
I went over a little late, and then I got teamed up with it was at ECP 7, which was the southernmost entrance checkpoint to Fallujah. And I sat there for a bit, and then somebody one day was like, hey, do you want to go join? Does anybody want to join a MIT team? And I'm like, what's a MIT team? Like a military transition something. It was
oh, yeah.
A bunch of active duty guys that are all thrown together and teaching
the
Iraqis, how to basically, run a company. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll go out there. And it was fun because I actually went out with one of the pictures I sent. It's a big group picture. That's the MIT team that I got hooked up with.
Okay.
And it was a fun time. So I went from the southernmost part of our Fallujah to the the upper western. Like I was actually by Blackwater Bridge. Like that was, I could actually see it from my from the little house.
Okay.
We had commandeered. But yeah, we were out. Even with that place, we rolled missions. Like we went out every other day.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the time when they were still trying to push a lot of things, you know.
Was there like a lot of clearing? Were you guys doing a lot of clearing of houses, or were the houses already cleared, or
I don't
what was
know.
Fallujah like at that time? Was it still people living in town, bazaars still open, and
Yes. So Fallujah was, I would say, it was more active.
yeah,
You know, the comings and goings. We were there basically to sort of be the right hand team to the Iraqi army
yeah,
and then the Iraqi police. So we had, like down in ECP 7, we had some Iraqi police and a bunch of Iraqi army guys. The Iraqi police did an awesome job. They worked. The Iraqi army guys, they wanted, you know, they just wanted to sit around and kick rocks at each other. But we were kind of there to like get them spun up
yeah,
to like be like, no, this is, you guys will now take over Fallujah because we're gonna leave.
yeah.
And you guys run it. Yeah, the city was pancaked. You know,
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot of construction going on
Yeah.
to refill or rebuild. I mean, I obviously I have no idea what it looks like now. But yeah, it was
Seems like Iraq is just still like a complete and total shit show.
yeah. You know, we did what we do best. We just totally level something as Marines and just bye. Hey,
Yeah.
you guys rebuild.
Yeah,
Have fun.
Go ahead, Army.
Yep.
It's all you guys now.
Sorry, you guys.
Yeah, that's not right. You know what? When we were leaving, let me just chime in.
Oh,
here.
here we go.
When we were leaving Iraq, they had us rebuilding the bunkers. Like instead of destroying them, we were rebuilding them for the Iraq National Army. I'm like, why? Why don't we teach them how to do this shit?
No, because that's too easy. That's too easy.
Anyway, should we jump into these photos here?
Yeah.
Yeah, the photos they're all obviously the random, but whatever. Yeah, so that's a very skinny 2 cows on my buddy Justin.
That's a quarter cow.
That's a quarter cow. I was probably I was definitely under 2 bills and working out a lot in that photo right there. That's my baby face. I don't think I'll ever. It's also that's the last time I had that much hair on top of my head. I think it was the water. Remember
Iraq will
the
do that
Nestle,
to you.
the Nestle bottles of
Yes.
water, dude. I think that those Nestle bottles of water have the C word in them, and you know it's.
Oh.
Dude, you could pour that bottle over a fresh pack of ramen. It'll cook
You know
that
how to
shit.
cook the ramen, yeah. But it was like, you know what the worst thing was too? Remember if you came off of like a patrol and you hadn't got it in the ice chest and you're like, I gotta take the sip of water, but I know the first sip's gonna be like boiling hot.
Yeah.
But I gotta take the sip of water, so you're like, all right, screw it. I'll just dump a little bit out. And it was just it was warm. It was the only time when I'm like, I want to drink water, but the water's hot.
Yeah.
But I need to drink water to hydrate.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I could also make a cup of tea out of this right now. So this picture here, this was the MIT team that I got attached to for like the last 2-3 months. They were good dudes. I forget what unit they were with, but they were a good bunch of dudes. There was a couple of guys in the MIT team. It's Gunny Hurd. He's now out. He's a great dude. I think that was one of the guys on my unit. I can't remember. That was 06. It was a long
Look
time.
at you.
It was a long time ago. Yeah. Dude, I just worked. I was a PT stud, man. I worked out. I fucking, sat on post, worked out again, sat on post. Yeah, that was
What a beautiful palm tree.
Oh yeah, I know. In
That's
the cheap. So this was this Fob Gold? It might have been Fob Gold. If I think like behind me, that was a little island. There's a body of water. I think there's an island behind that, and there was a bridge, and they had the bridge all razor wired off, and we're like, hey, what's out? What's wrong? And they're like, well, there's mines out there, but there was also the rumor like there was the chest of money.
Oh.
So we're like, anybody want to be daring and like try to like sneak, because it was in the middle of the base.
Yeah.
Like But nobody was like, "No, we're not gonna go out there. I'm not gonna get blown up and be like, hey, I found the case of money."
It's the ultimate minesweeper challenge.
Yes. Yeah, that's here's babyface 2 cows right there.
God damn.
I know, handsome boy. Sandbags. Ugh.
That post looks like shit.
Yeah, dude, it was fun. It was
Got no
ECP
roof.
It was ECP7, man. It was. I think that one actually looked out into the to the side where we'd burn trash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like the trash post.
Good
And
old
then
burn pits.
Then let me guess. The fucking dickhead Iraqis army, they would throw did they throw live rounds into the friggin' burn pits at all?
Not with us, but I'm sure that happened.
Dude, they're fucking dickheads, man.
From the sound of Johnny Cash, it has happened.
What was the funny thing, especially being that far, because like I said, so that's the southernmost point of Fallujah, is when we get out there, I'm like, oh hey, Porta John, right? You got to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
so
terrible.
KBR, who was the they do all the resupply stuff. The dudes who were supposed to come out were attached to I think it was part of the Iraqi army or something. They wouldn't roll down there like every week to refill like the Porta John. So we go in and it's like, yeah, this thing hasn't been refilled in a month.
Oh Lord.
So just imagine that site.
Heat. And the heat too.
And the heat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is I think this is Fob Gold where I was at. That was a shower trailer. That was the day I got mortared. That was a shower trailer that took one of the rounds. It actually went like right. Like I think you can see where the impact is of that.
Yeah, I can see that.
And 5 minutes. If I had got off post 5 minutes earlier, I would have been walking either by there because I was gonna go take a shower. It was kind of one of those like fate things. Like I'm gonna go take a shower in 5 minutes when I get off a post, and then all hell breaks loose. I'm like, guess I'm not taking a shower today.
That sucks. They had that place zero fuck in, man.
Yeah.
Man, that's the thing with between the Taliban and the insurgents in Iraq. Like, they had our number.
Oh yeah, no, they could. They could have done a lot more to us.
Yeah, they were scared too, though.
I think they were scared. I think they realized. I'm not a big military historian buff, but I think they realized like if they got into something, it was gonna be a fight back.
Oh yeah,
because like I said, it was sort of coming off a 2-year mark of when we had first just walked through the city and done what we did. And,
yeah.
But there wasn't a lot of insurgency, but there were little pockets of it. Like it would.
Yeah.
We were a big IED mortar encounter. Like we didn't encounter a lot of like actual firefights, or if they were, like 2 of my close friends got injured in a night convoy. They went out on a mission, and they rolled down a side road, rolled over an IED. They actually got ambushed for like a little bit, like maybe a minute, and that was it. They fucking beat it and ran, But that was what they did over.
Yeah, they want to get their licking.
They want to get their little we got you. And
yeah, just like a good old cheap shot.
The good old cheap shot, yeah.
But that was, I remember like when we got into a firefight, you just get like a couple pop off rounds at you.
Yeah, and that was it.
And I would just laugh when we're all shooting back because you get 2 rounds come at us, you're getting 1,000 within 30 seconds. It's like
and hopefully one of them actually hit the intended target.
Oh yeah, it's over there in the tree line, 900 meters out, dude. You can't see that far. It's in the tree line, 900 meters out.
Yeah, my ACOG's definitely. I've definitely zeroed my ACOG for that.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh God.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, did you see when I went in? Did you go through boot camp with ACOGs, or were you a
Iron Sights?
All right, cool.
Yeah. So
I was the Iron Sights club.
Dude, honestly, I think that ACOGs probably went into play maybe a couple of years after I went through boot camp.
Oh, okay.
Because when I went to the rifle range with 3.6, we were using the ACOGs.
Okay.
So, and, that was, we're like, oh, wow, the fleet's pretty cool. We get to use ACOGs at the rifle range now. But, yeah, because that's, like even going through SOI. Just,
yep. Iron sights.
Yeah.
Iron sights galore and the long bear, I call them the long butt stocked saws.
Yep.
When we went over to Fallujah, did you get the shorter, the collapsible ones?
So the way that it worked, the regular rifleman in
Yeah.
the squad and the fire team had an M16.
Sure.
Team leader would have an M4.
Oh, okay.
Then you had the grenadier,
Yep.
M4 as well, with the 203 on it. And then you had the saw gunner.
Did you have anybody with the little 6-shot grenade launcher?
So the M32, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And so
That was fun. I actually got to test that.
I never got to use one, but we had people that did use them. The round expenditure with those was a lot.
It was stupid.
I mean, I remember it's like I was a grenadier in the beginning of my first tour, and I had a belt of just 40 mic. It had 12 40 mic, and I just had that around my waist.
Yes.
I can't believe how stupid that was now that I think of it. But so the grenadier, like, I don't think we got them until like halfway through the deployment because things started to get so it got hot, very hot, and the firefights increased more, and they were like, okay, well, we're gonna utilize this. You guys have all had training on it.
Okay.
But the other things that we had a lot of was AT4s
Really?
and laws.
Wow. No, see, so we didn't. We I don't even know if we had an AT4.
And we had javelins attached to us too.
Fun.
Oh, they had fun.
Yeah, we when I was in so in the beginning of 06, before I got sick one day and they thought I had asthma and I had to go back stateside and get cleared and yada yada yada, store for down the road here. I actually it was one of those volunteer opportunities, like, hey, who wants to go learn how to be this grenadier? And I'm like, that sounds cool. Walk in. I think that it was like a captain from maybe Quantico or something, and you knew it because he had the most like beautiful looking woolly pulley that I've ever seen, like fresh out of the PX.
Oh yeah.
Like his camis were starched, the shiny cap and bars, and he's, I'm like, dude, you don't spend a day outside of your car in the field. Like the field and you are not synonymous with each other.
Fucking officers.
Like I think those boots just literally came out of the box. You just, but it was, dude, it was fun. It was cool. That thing was awesome. And then when I got sick, and the military does what they do, they're like, oh, you have asthma.
No.
No, I don't. I was breathing in dust in 29 Palms because we were down in 29 Palms, and
Yes.
range 400. You've been
Oh.
there. It's like it's not a fun place to sit. No. So I get sick.
Yeah.
And I end up having like a real. And they were like, oh no, you have asthma. I'm like, no, I don't. You can't join the military if you have asthma.
Yeah.
So they took me off of active duty, sent me back up to Maine. I had to go get cleared and say, yeah, I don't have asthma. Join the group of guys I was going over on the second wave, then come back. But that time I didn't have the weapon that I had, so I ended up losing that thing.
Yeah.
But the guys went over there. It was fun. It was actually a cool time.
Dude, the 29 Palms. Dude, I've been out there in the heat of the summer,
Yeah.
and I've been out there in April.
So I don't know what was, because obviously we did 29 Palms to train, and then when we came back for demob, We did Pendleton. But Pendleton, we got stuck out from, you familiar with it? They have the little Quonset huts where they shot Heartbreak Ridge. Heartbreak Hill, Heartbreak Ridge.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Okay, those still function. and I say still function loosely. So they're like, hey, we don't have enough room for, a headquarters battalion, 125, like the whole. So they're like, we had rolled in first. So they're like, yeah, we're putting you guys out here. Driving by all the nice barracks, you're like, hey, staff sergeant, we staying in those? No, we roll out, and it's like 1 out of every 3 showers works. 1 out of every toilet, like 2 toilets work. It was
a shithole.
It was a nightmare. We had to get bussed everywhere, and then they're like, hey, you guys have Liberty. Cool. But they're like, yeah, you can only get like one rental car for like 4 people. Like,
yeah.
No. If we're staying out here, we're getting as many rental cars as we want to. But I don't know what I would have rather been stationed at. Like what would I? 29 Palms over Pendleton or Pendleton over 29 Palms?
Because it's closer to Vegas when you're in 29 Palms.
Yeah, but it just
it's fucking hot.
It sucked. It
Mojave Desert.
Yeah.
So 29 Palms for you guys was that the same as NTC for us? I mean, we had Marines come through NTC.
What's NTC?
And you guys go through there? National Training Center, Fort Irwin.
So
it's right up the road from 29 Palms, and it's just as bad, if not worse.
Is it where you guys do your desert training?
Yes.
Okay.
Then it probably because that's the only.
I was stationed there.
Oh.
That's the only place. We have the infamous Range 400.
That's so bad.
Where if you, the first year we did it, everything was cool. It was good. I used to work with a kid who is now a state trooper, and he went through the second time we went to Okinawa, and they had to do the same thing, the Range 400.
Yeah.
But that time there was a Marine from 125 who got shot in the back by one of the scout snipers.
Oh, jeez.
Because of the whole live fire range, it happened.
Yeah.
And he got tagged, and then it was a little bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
But that's our only place to do
that type of company.
That type of company live fire.
Yeah. And then just
because there was 400. Wasn't there 400 Alpha, which was like the smaller one?
Oh, I think it was 401.
It was 401.
Yeah.
There was 400 and like 401.
Yeah. It's Jay. So the way that we got around at 29 Palms was in AAVs.
Listen, I know how you Marines get around. Don't
you worry.
Walking.
But when you're
humping.
We got trucked. Well, we didn't get trucked. They threw us into AAVs.
No.
And that was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Friggin', you go out and do a range. It was like an all-day range in AAVs.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, man, we were out of water, and it is so hot inside.
Yeah.
It's already 120 degrees outside.
Yeah.
But it's like 150 inside the fucking AAV.
Yeah, and then you have the diesel fuel because you're sitting right next to the
diesel
engine.
fuel. You got oil leaking down on you.
Yep.
And I remember when we finally parked. What was the camp there at 29 Palms? I can't remember what it was, but it was where all whatever battalion was going through would stay at, and the tin cans. That's what our barracks were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
they're all up on the hillside.
Yeah, but when we parked the AAVs, it was just literally like a 800-meter walk to the tents. Everybody dropped out on that walk.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Like in my platoon sergeant who just retired, he's like, "What the fuck is going on with my platoon right now?" Well, like, dude, we've been out of water for
it's like 95 degrees now. I'm sitting in the back of an enclosed vehicle with a diesel engine that's blowing fumes right in my face.
It was so terrible. And I mean, 29 Palms, yes, that is still some of the best training I have ever done.
Yeah.
Especially when you go into Mount Town and,
Yes, Mountain Town. Yeah,
the sim rounds and.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys have sim rounds back then? It's like paintballing, pretty much.
No. We do that with it's a lot of what we do with the police side when we do train for active shooters. But
Now, were you guys using the laser setup?
no, we didn't have that fun what do you call it?
Molly gear. No,
Yeah.
not Molly gear.
Not
Was
Molly.
it?
No, we
I
didn't.
forget the name of that shit.
No, we didn't have that. We did blanks. We were blanks.
So we had the system that had the lasers. You had blanks, and instead of just like when the blanks would fire, the laser would shoot, right?
Yeah. And
But we had a couple units come out with live rounds, and shit got real fast.
that works out well.
That motherfucker shoot at me?
Shit, this is realistic. I got a hole in my arm.
Dude. No, but it was just a good grasp of, what because it's required to go through desert training and all that for a workup. And
yeah.
And it was cool. I enjoyed it. We were out there for the 4th of July.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And we got to watch all the fireworks in Vegas. We were all
nice.
Inside our little base there, and we could just see Vegas fucking it was like only 60 miles from there or something. But you could see
close,
it, and it was pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah. Because in 06, by that time I would have been in Fallujah, so I don't remember. I might have just called home and been like, "Hey, happy 4th of July," but
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. We had in the reserve world where I was attached with 125. We had a lot of our battalion commanders who were like, "I want to make this the hardest battalion," and we'd humped a lot. So, but it was fun. It was good times. I'm glad I did it. I wish I could have re-enlisted and done more. And then, if I had gone the active duty side, I would have gone to K-Bay, Hawaii.
No.
So I always kick myself for that. I'm like, I wonder what, But then again, it's like Hawaii,
And you would have went straight to Afghanistan from
Yeah,
there. So
I probably would have went straight to Afghanistan.
don't get comfortable.
Well, everybody, so this is the end of part 1. Be sure to tune in next week for part 2.
Yeah. Well, Johnny Cash, another episode in the books. That's it for today, but the journey doesn't end here. Every veteran has a story, and every story deserves to be heard. If you're a veteran with a message, a challenge, or a triumph to share, we want you to join us.
Your experience matters to us, and together we can inspire others and remind the world what resilience truly looks like. Until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone in this fight. We'll see you on the next episode.
Cool.
The Veteran Project. 4 vets, 5 vets.
We are not responsible for any trauma, PTSD, tinnitus, or flashbacks during this podcast.
Hoorah!